Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play LSD Dream Emulator. Now, this is a very unusual game. I'm not even sure how to describe it. It's a game that was released for the PlayStation 1 back in, I believe, 1998, so it's 2 years younger than me. Yeah, it's 2 years younger than me, so it's a very old game. And to try to describe it, it's kind of hard. It's basically a game that was released only in Japan, and it was kind of an attempt to create a game that basically reflected the dream journals of someone. I believe it was one of the people that was on the development team. I think it was a female as well, and she had, I guess, a bunch of unusual dreams, and the developers apparently decided they wanted to make a game based upon her dreams. And the game is more or less an open world kind of exploration game. It's also kind of procedurally generated as well. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about when we're actually in the game. Now, one thing I should probably say is this is a PS1 game, so the graphics are a little rough to say the least, so it's not exactly going to be the prettiest game, and the fact that it was kind of released by some unknown, obscure publisher kind of gives you the impression that obviously it's not going to have very pretty visuals. I mean, it has very interesting and unique visuals, I'll tell you that much, but things aren't going to look the prettiest. Now, it's kind of weird because with a title like LSD Dream Emulator, you'd think, okay, so the game must be about, like, you know, drugs that are brought on, or not drugs, dreams that are brought on by drugs, more specifically LSD, but from what I've heard, that's apparently not the case. I don't know why they called it LSD Dream Emulator, because when you see the game, you'll definitely notice that it looks like everything that you'll see would have to be something brought on by drugs, but apparently no, they didn't do that. And throughout the game, you'll see that for some reason they use LSD as acronyms for different things, or it'll use the acronym LSD for different words. It's kind of hard to explain, and yeah, as you can see, the graphics aren't exactly the prettiest, and we start out in some weird random hallway in some house. There's a bunch of weird, like, I guess cubicle sort of things going on here. No idea what that's about. So yeah, I am, I guess you could say, experienced with this game. I came across it probably, 4 years ago? I didn't play it at all, even. I just randomly came across it on YouTube. Alright, we found a bird cage, or I should say several bird cages. And if you can kind of listen, I don't know if you can hear it over my voice, but there's like some bird chirping. Yeah, I have no idea what the bird chirping's from, because those cages are obviously empty. And yeah, when I said procedurally generated, oh, we hit a wall. And in this game, when you hit a wall, you teleport to some random location within the game. Yeah. Whereas most games, you know, a wall is just a solid object. In this game, a wall is basically a means of teleportation. So if you hit a wall, right now we're just in like an endless hallway. This kind of seems like something you might have in a dream. You're just in some endless hallway, although now we come to the end. Oop, don't want to hit the wall. You also might be wondering, like, okay, Hunter, your movements look extremely rigid and awkward. I am using a PS4 controller, so this is pretty authentic to, you know, a PS1 controller, except, you know, it's bigger and it's newer and it's, in my opinion, more comfortable. And this game, it does not have analog stick support. This was, I believe, because for those of you who are old-timers, the PS1, I think right when it came out, it didn't have analog sticks, or at least it was an option, I'm not quite sure. But this game doesn't even have any analog stick support, so I have to actually use the D-pad. And if you can imagine using a D-pad to control movement in a 3D environment, it's not the easiest. You might say, like, oh, it's, you know, similar to using a keyboard, but the thing is, with a keyboard, you have the niceness of having a mouse. In this, every single movement is just controlled by the D-pad. And if I press square, I look down. If I press triangle, I look up. And this is my normal movement speed right here, but if I hold X, I run like that. So, yeah, the game is very hard to control. So, you might wonder why I've been standing over here, and, well, this is why. Yeah, well, that's nice. Oh, I guess we just decided to jump, too. That's pleasant. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not blind to this game, so I'm not going to be too surprised with some of the things. Actually, it is funny, though, because when I did do my little I did do a little like test run earlier just to see how recording was, and I was really surprised because I saw something really weird that I'd never seen before. And that's the thing with this game, is a lot of the objects you see, like if you remember in the first building, oh, and the dream's over. And we're met with this weird chart thing. It says upper, downer, static, dynamic. And if you see that flashing square, it's the game's, I guess, statistical analysis of how our dream was. And it chooses between those different stats. I don't see any purpose behind those stats, and I don't see any rhyme or reason why it chooses what it chooses either. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, if I don't do anything, the game likes to randomly play cutscenes. Oh, no, that was a dream. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped that. I thought I just hadn't pressed any buttons, but apparently I accidentally pressed circle. Alright, I unfortunately missed that dream. Don't worry, we're almost guaranteed to see it again. Oh, no, wait, it didn't progress time, though. Okay, it seems like if I just don't move, stuff progresses by on its own. Alright, and yeah, you can see now this game was obviously made in China. One thing I find, or not China, sorry, Japan. I know if I didn't correct myself there, I'd probably gotten a lot of flack. And I don't know why, but why is it, I just want to know, why is it that a lot of Japanese games, like even if they're only made and meant for being made in China or Japan, why is it that a lot of them have a lot of English menus and a lot of English titles? It's just like certain menus, like a lot of the stuff like dialogue is always in Japanese, but like as you can see, everything on this screen is English. It's weird. I find it weird how Japanese games, they seem to mix. Okay, and here's some random block of text. You see, sometimes rather than being put in the actual game, the dream will just be a block of text, or it'll be some weird random cutscene. Okay, and yeah, you can see that it also keeps track of your prior dreams as well. So that little white mark is where our first dream was, and now whenever you do a cutscene or text-based dream, it's always just straight on the nose. I don't know why. That's just what they do. Yeah, this game is just so weird. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, it's hard to not believe that someone was on drugs when they were making this. I mean, I know for a while, what was the drug that was so popular in Japan? I don't think it is so much anymore. Oh, okay. And some freaking velociraptor sort of thing just attacked us. Actually, that looks kind of like, what, Ridley from Metroid? That thing just flew right at us, and okay. Oh. So when I said procedurally generated, the game, it like randomly generates, and I shouldn't say generates, but I think it randomly chooses from different textures. So everything in this little selection, the game, I guess, decided to make everything puke green. So yeah, that's nice. And as you can see, the graphics are quite rough, but in a way, I think it just adds to the weirdness of this game. Just the fact that you can't see anything. And oh, you might notice there's a bottomless pit here. I guess you shouldn't say bottomless. It kind of just goes into green. I guess let's just try to jump off, you know? See what happens. That's always fun in a dream when you're falling. Personally, I've only ever had one dream where I was like falling from a great height. And then I think I remember falling. I remember hitting the ground and breaking my like kneecaps. But I was fine otherwise. And I was just like, oh shit, my kneecaps are broken. Yeah, it was a pretty great time. But I remember I like didn't even feel pain, so I'm just like, whatever. But I, like in the dream, I fell from like 200 feet. Let's see what happens. Oh, and everything just fades to black. Yeah, when you jump off a cliff in the game, it just ends the dream immediately. Which kind of is, I think, close to real life, because I feel like most people, when they dream about falling from a great height or, you know, getting in like a car crash, I feel like the second something really traumatic happens, a lot of times people wake up. Not with me, though, apparently. I'll just get my kneecap shattered and then be fine otherwise. And you can... Whoa. Okay, we have to avoid that guy. Oh, I think he got us. Did he get us? I don't know. Everything's red. Oh, no, I think we got away from him. You might wonder, well, who the fuck was that guy? Well, there's these... I shouldn't say these. There's this guy, I think people call him the Shadow Man, or the... There's different names for him. Because this game kind of does have a bit of a cult following as well, which is why people know so much about it. Just because it... Oh, there he is again. We have to get away from that guy. later on we'll actually be able to relive prior dreams. And by relive, I don't just mean we watch like a replay of it. I mean the game, it keeps track of every single texture that was placed in each particular environment. Oh, and the dream's over. Sometimes the dream will just randomly end for no explainable reason. There's no real reason for it. It's just sometimes the dream can last between 1 minute or 15 minutes, or sometimes it will just not end until you know, throw yourself off a cliff or something. It's just completely random, this game is. I don't know how to really explain it that well. I know enough about it to kind of know some basic, I guess, rules. Okay, there's some chair here. I think we are in like a temple, it seems like. There's like a dragon, I think, Chinese dragon or something up there. I don't know. I know people always talk about Chinese dragons, but I've never really heard about people saying Japanese dragons. Okay, yeah, and I just remembered the drug I was thinking of earlier that I kind of just cut myself off over. Opium. I feel like someone had to have been on something on this game. I don't know what opium does to you, but seriously, this game is just so strange. And the visuals are just so weird. And, like, sometimes... Actually, that's like the rising sun sort of thing, it looks like. Like the sort of logo for the rising sun, but instead of being, I think, red and white or whatever, it's purple and a very bright green. Yeah, the colors of things and the textures of things are just randomized oftentimes. And here's the thing, the more dreams you go through, the more crazy environments get. So, like, right now, you can say, like, yeah, this place looks like a relatively, you know, normal temple. I mean, yes, it doesn't look that good graphically, but you could see this being a temple, just the way things are and the colors of everything. It looks like, you know, your average temple or whatever. This might supposed to be like a dojo, I don't know. Okay, I think this just loops forever. I don't remember ever having this happen to me before. Okay, no. Got to the end. That's weird. I don't remember that being as long as it is when I've seen it before. Okay, we've got like two girls in kimonos, it looks like, playing ball. Yeah, they're just kicking a ball. We can actually run into them, and then it'll teleport us somewhere. And it seems like when you run into like weird dynamic objects, you tend to get sent to the more obscure areas in this game. Yeah, we're back here again. Okay, we went the other way, I think, because this is just a dead end. And I think sometimes when you go to this other end, different things happen. I'm not even sure, because when I last really saw much about this game, it was like 4 years ago, and I just kind of randomly remembered it, and I'm like, hey, this seems like a pretty fun game to let's play. Okay, yeah. Isn't that scary? That's the other thing that can happen. It'll, instead of just shoving you out, it'll literally just have you fall backwards, and that's really freaky. I have had dreams like that too. I shouldn't say that exactly, but I've had dreams where like gravity for some reason will just stop working, and I'll just like be floating off in some random direction. Like, it seems like that's just going to be an endless loop, so let's just hit a wall. It's kind of funny because there's certain areas in this game where you feel trapped, but really you're never trapped, because if you just go to any wall, you're fine. Alright, and there's just this endless chasm over here, as you can see. It's kind of funny because it's like, you have to wonder, did they really mean to have this really jagged, endless sort of end-of-the-world cliff? You know, like, do you think that was what the game developers meant to have, or is it just the limitations that they had with graphics? And that's, I think, what kind of makes this game, is the fact that it's so graphically messed up and not good looking that it's hard to tell what was meant to look like it does or just what wasn't. And as you can see, I don't know why this happens, but the water seizures out. I don't know why it does that. I've never seen a video where it doesn't happen, so I think it's just some weird effect. Okay, and that just ended abruptly. That's weird. It didn't even like whatever it's called. It didn't fade out like they normally do. It's weird. But yeah, the water, I don't know why, but all the water in this game, it seizures. It has like a seizure-inducing flash. So I recommend, if you have epilepsy or anything, well, at the very least, don't watch this game full screen. That's a very bad idea. I'm not even playing it full screen. I've got it in the native PlayStation resolution of, I think it's like 16 something by 480. Or 60, I should say, not... Or 600. Jeez. Not 16. But, yeah, I've got this in the native resolution because I feel like this is especially one of those games where trying to upscale everything just makes everything look even worse. Okay. There's some chick in her bed. And if you remember what I said earlier, I wonder if this is supposed to be you? Because the game's about, like, some girl who dreamed. Oh, that's weird. What the fuck? I don't know if you saw that, but I don't know if that was a graphical glitch or supposed to happen, but didn't it look like her face, like, I swear it looked like it turned into a skull for, like, a second. It was just, like, a split second. It looked like her face, like, turned into a skull. That was really weird. Yeah, I've never seen that before. And right now we're in... I don't even know. It's like we're in some... I don't even know, like a Wonderland sort of... I don't even know what you'd call this. The floors are just like... And one thing I've noticed with this game is they like to put faces on everything. Like, look at this. Like, it's just some weird floor tile. And it's like... But it's got like a face. Like, it looks like a fence with like a gender sign as a nose. And like two weird window eyes. I don't even know. Okay, there's something in English. Love, apparently. It's weird. What is this? There's some like weird stick figure guy. And we've got love. I think that's... Is that right there a Japanese character? I don't know. Something weird over there. What the hell? We got some... Looks like some fighting polygon guys. I guess they're supposed to look like soldiers. Yeah. They're kind of... I don't know. They're just a bit psychedelic. I don't know why I have to say they're specifically psychedelic, because this entire landscape is psychedelic. Although, yeah, look at the sky, though. It's like a sickly puke green. Because, yeah, that's the thing, is that the textures... Whoa. Whoa, can you hear that? That's creepy. Okay, we have to get away from that guy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run into him, and you'll see what happens. He just flashes white. Sometimes he'll end your dream immediately too. And what just happened was he basically wiped our memory. Because later on in the game, there's a mechanic where you can replay dreams. I mentioned it a little earlier, but I didn't really go into detail with it. And he basically wipes your ability to replay the dream. It's really strange. Ugh. And yeah, like I said, I'd recommend do not watch this game maximized, because these colors, it's not good for your eyes. So do watch this game in a window, because yeah. Oh. And if you didn't think whoever made this game wasn't on shrooms, this kind of, I think, makes you feel like perhaps they were. And let's just go into the shroom. Let's embrace the shrooms. Just blue. Okay, we're back here. And look at this tile. Oh my god, do you hear that? Oh. Some of the floor tiles have really, like, ear-splitting noises. Oh my god. Can you hear that? It's like a squeaky toy, but worse. I don't even know. But look at that face. It's like a clown. I don't even freaking know. As you can see, this game, it just thrives on wacky and creepy as hell visuals. Look at that up there. It's like some weird Mickey Mouse thing. I don't even know. And the thing on the ceiling? I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try to decipher half this stuff because it's just, there's no point. But that kind of, I think, adds to just the weirdness of this game, is you just don't even know. You don't know anything, pretty much. Everything is just crazy. And look at that thing over there. Like, what the hell is that? Like, what is that? I don't even know. I can't even right now. It's got a little house here, I think. Whoa. It's really dark. Guess let's run into it. That's weird. Oh, there we go. It seems like even things are randomized down to, like... Whoa. Yeah, don't look at that screen. Whoa. Yeah, we're back in the city, I think. Actually, I don't know if I was in the city. I did try recording a little bit earlier, and it failed quite terribly. Jar. Oh, that's some nice graffiti. Jar. That's a random pit. That is strange. Guess let's go up here. Yeah. As much as I want to, like, see if I can find anything, I don't really want to look at the seizure-inducing water. What is that? Whoa. Okay, did that eye move? Yeah, that's another thing with this game. I don't know if this is on purpose, but it's like the textures kind of like move in an odd way. And I don't know if like, yeah, I don't know if that's purposeful, but look at that. It's like, its eye moves and its like shoulder moves a bit when you get close. It's so freaky. Oh. Huh. What are you doing there, bud? Oh. I think he was killing a man. Can't quite tell, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Okay, we're here on the highway. What? What is this lady doing? Oh, she's gone. Yeah, I'd have to. Okay, there's more ladies. Yeah, I have to say the city, because this is one of there's sort of like a main, I don't know, like 10 main locations in this game that you randomly can warp to. Okay, and the dream's over. But yeah, I have to say the city is without a doubt one of the freakiest ones. It's just weird. All right, it's weird. All our dreams have been in those 4 locations so far. Like they've all been right next to each other. All right, I'm gonna save again. Oh, I hate these old PlayStation games. Like nowadays, all PlayStation games, it's pretty universal for X to be like the accept button and triangle to be the cancel button or the no button. But I hate these old games where they try to do stuff like square or circle or even triangle in some cases to be the accept button. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to save that as. I just wanna whoops. Nope. I want to see if I can indeed load any of my saves. Okay, yeah, these I think, all these other ones I think were from my like test runs. But I think this is the one that No, I'm on day 7. Okay, so I'm on day 7 now. And yeah, I think I'm gonna actually end that video here. And let me put it this way. If you think that was, I don't know, scary or weird, it gets a lot weirder from here on out, so yeah. Oh, yeah. Left it sitting too long and it randomly likes to play a cutscene, which it considers a dream, but it doesn't actually consider a day, so it's not really a dream. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to end it here, so thank you all for watching, and hope to see you next time in this really messed up game.